I peek out, and it's like 3 police cars with the lights on, flashing. This industry is going to come back because we need audiences.
Yeah.
And we can't have audience members 6 feet apart.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very small crowd. I sold out 26 people. Come on, yo.
Yeah. I sold out the Garden. How many people with you? 120.
But it was a good show, though. It was a very good show.
I'm super excited to have you here on this podcast that I'm doing, because you're one of the very first ones. You're number 4. You know, I interviewed my first one was a friend of mine that we were talking, and like I told you a second ago, I just sprung it on him. I'm like, I've always wanted to do this. In fact, we're gonna do it right now. We're doing it right now.
Right.
And then I just interviewed my sister yesterday. So it's like, it's growing. And I'm like, okay, I had to reach out to Miguel as he has to be. So I have, you know, we all know hundreds of entertainers, if not thousands, that we work together. And then performing on cruise ships, you know, see people. But I have to tell you, man, I have probably more fun with you when we're together on cruise ships working than anyone else. And I mean,
because you know what? There's no wall here. We're not trying to impress each other.
No.
We genuinely
I don't care if you're impressed with me.
No, we genuinely liked each other. We genuinely clicked from the moment we met.
Yeah, we just
and it never left. And when we see each other, it's kind of like we never missed a beat.
Yeah, and it's
fun. So it's always been cool, man.
You know what I think is hilarious is whenever we're together on a ship and we're going to the dining room or watching a show, or we're going wherever it is, all you see is all the audience, all the passengers. They go, "Uh-oh, there goes the comedian and the magician." That is a night, and we're laughing. And how many times are we like out to dinner and we're at the Crown Grill? We're just talking with each other, and we're cracking up laughing, and all the passengers are looking over at us, just cracking up and laughing, man. It's great. So I'm really thrilled about chat with you today. But I had something. Let me go get it, because it's on my bookshelf right over here. I will be back in 1 second.
I wonder what this is. I think I know.
Yeah, it's Kevin Hart's biography. So this is your book.
Yes.
A funny thing happened on my way to success, and you gave me, I think I had one of the first copies. I think you signed it for me.
Yeah.
And I literally read it in a few couple days.
Let me apologize, because I did a rewrite on that.
Oh. But this is one of the OGs.
That's the OG, yeah.
I want the OG, man. I want the first version.
That's what you have. That's what you have. The first one, the editor, I don't want to call out no name, but I'm disappointed.
But Samantha, she did not.
Yeah, if I see Sam, but I had to get it redone, and the new version is on Kindle on Amazon.
Oh, cool.
The new version, and today I'm going to put up the new version where they can print it. So if you want,
like an ebook, like a PDF.
No, that's there for the Kindle version. That's ebook. Okay. But you can order the hard copy.
Oh, got it.
On Amazon as well. I haven't printed. Cool. I was getting ready to print them, and then this happened. Thank God I didn't order 500 books. That's sitting in my garage right now.
Well, so the reason why I got this, because I have to tell you.
Okay, show it up. Put it up right. Put it up right. Well,
product placement.
Yeah, except I almost got the same shirt on too. I love blue. I look good in blue.
No, here's the thing. The reason why I had it over there, I had it on the shelf because it's on my list of books that I've read, and it's like over there, of course. But the reason why I had to mention it is because when I read it, I was cracking up. I was laughing so hard at some of these stories that you're telling me that happened. And I mean, one of the ones that I remember is that club that you were supposed to be in, but the alarm went off and you guys didn't know. You don't even remember this. It's in your book. You were at a comedy club, and like you guys, you were on the back of the club, and it was attached to like a kitchen or something.
Oh, yeah. Me and Leanne Lord, yeah.
All right, go. I want to hear that one. I want to hear that
story.
Oh,
okay. What happened was I was working, and me and Leanne Lord, funny comedian. She's out of New York, out of Queens, New York, and I spoke to her online yesterday.
Oh yeah, cool.
We worked Columbus, Missouri. We did a weekend room there, and we left there, and we flew to Cuyahoga Falls to do a week at Hilarity's Comedy Club. Right. So now we get there.
I'm already laughing.
Yeah, I fly in. She flew in from St. Louis. I flew in from Kansas City. So I got there like an hour before her, and I told the driver, I said, "Well, let's just wait for Leanne. I can just wait, so you don't have to make 2 trips." He said, "Okay, cool." So she comes in. We get in the car. We driving. We said, "Yeah, just take us to the hotel." And we're not paying attention. We're just talking like me and you.
Yeah, right.
Each other up. And he pulls up to the club, and we're like, no. We need to go to the hotel. We need to go to the club. He said, "Yeah, that's where I'm bringing you to now." He's like, "No, we need to go where we're staying. Put our bags." And he said, "Yeah, this is where you're staying." We're like, "No, this is where we're performing." He said, "No," and we're like, "Oh," so he gets out of the car.
He's like, "No,"
and he pulls it. He had pulled to the back of the club, and it was like this long window with Venetian blinds, like an office building, closed off. And we're kind of looking at each other, and he goes in, so we're following him. Right. We don't even grab our bags, because we know this is not where we're staying. We follow him. He opens up this glass door, and then he opens up this other glass door, and behind the club is a little studio 2-bedroom condo.
Okay.
And me and Leanne looked at each other and just fell out laughing. It's like, you gotta be shitting me. We laughed so hard. So the part you're talking about, that's what threw me off. You're talking about the alarm. The part that threw me off, this is Monday night, so no one's performing, no one's out. So we're just in there. And the manager hadn't called us, see if we got in okay. Nothing. Yeah, we're just sitting in this back of this dungeon, right? So we get bored. And we said, let's go see what the club looks like.
Yeah.
So it's this back door by the bathroom that was open. So we open it, but it's pitch black. And we can't find the light switch. We keep looking around, and it's dark. Like you can't even see your hand in front of your face. So we tried this like 3 times going in here. And the last time I knocked over something, I ran back, and we're sitting in the room and we keep laughing about it. All of a sudden we get this knock at the glass door. This was like 3 hours later, knock at the glass door. And we like looked at each other like, no one knows we're here.
Right.
So I peek out it was the little thin Venetian blinds. I peek out, and it's like 3 police cars with the lights on, flashing. And I'm like, hello? And this guy is like, hey, this is such and such the manager of the club. You guys all right? Like, yeah. And I unlocked it. It was an office door with that lock click. And he's like, you guys okay? I'm like, yeah. And I got a frying pan in my hand. I do. And he said, are you getting ready to cook? I'm like, no, I was getting ready to knock out whoever tried to come in here. He said, nobody knows we're here. Ain't nobody called us or anything. He said, by the way, did you happen to go in that back door in the back? We're like, yeah, we was trying to go into the club. And he turns to the police officers and says, it's okay, it was them. It was a silent alarm. We kept triggering the silent alarm. Every time we opened that door, we didn't know it. And he asked us, well, you was triggering a silent alarm. And we like, well, we wouldn't know because it was silent. Yeah. Had you called us, we would have known what was going on. So every night after that, we will finish the show. And it was literally, the room was literally behind the club. I could sit in my room and listen to the show and know when to walk out through the kitchen to go on stage. That's how close it was. They didn't even have insulation or soundproofing in the wall.
You were literally just staying in the green room. That's what.
It's pretty much the biggest green room I ever stayed in, right? So every night, after we finish the show, about 30 minutes to an hour after we finish, all of a sudden we hear choo choo. They will be locking the door.
Oh, okay. I said, what is that?
Yeah, that's every time. It's just it's like a sliding thing. It's like a dungeon, like prison. I've never been to prison, so I'm just going by what I heard. No drugs, no prison.
Yeah, you hear that, and then your little wheel gets slid under the door.
They didn't even slide us anything under the door, bro. So yeah, that was crazy. People think I made these stories up. I'm like, no, everything is true. Everything is true.
Man, that's so funny.
Yeah. Our accommodations. That's the name of that story. Our accommodations.
All right, now the other one that I like was with that guy, and you were, what was it? You were with this guy, and he was taking you to his home, back and forth to his home.
Oh,
you didn't know, and you
my
were
first
so.
limo ride.
Say what?
My first limo ride.
Yeah, the limo ride. Okay, go on that one.
That was early in my career, dude. I couldn't believe when I realized I was in a car with a man on a back road of Georgia through these winding roads and not knowing where I was. It dawned on me the situation I put myself in. It got real scary, dude. I'm not joking now, and I had to play it off like I was still cool. But I was like, man, I was scared to death. Like, this dude pull a gun, a knife, or something, hey, anything can happen. And that was.
When I'm reading that chapter, because I know you so well, I just see you like this. Yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool. Everything's cool.
Yeah, I'm making up all these lines. Yeah, but I was a Boy Scout, man. They taught us how to survive.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So in the book, you're going through your internal monologue, and you're like going, okay, well, I'm going to start talking about how I was, in the Boy Scouts, and I know how to survive. I know how to fight. Oh, I'm good at this at my kung fu class. Trying to intimidate him so he knows that you're a fighter, and you're making it up.
Dude, I turned into Reggie Hammond, Eddie Murphy's character in 48 Hours. That's who I was. I was Reggie Hammond and Axel Foley. That's who I was. I was a combination of both. Because I'm getting out of this one way or the other. I'm getting out of it.
Man, that chapter is so funny. I love it.
And I wish I could have kept up with them, man. I don't know whatever happened. They were so nice, man. But
yeah, they turned out to be great people, right? And
they were.
Yeah, you saw them all the time afterwards.
And yeah, man, I had so many stories. I wish I wouldn't have cut it to 16. I wish I'd have kept going, but yeah, I was like, let me take out.
You do a volume 2.
And I'm like Prince. I'm moving on to something else now, man. I'm moving on to bigger and better things. You don't want to repeat yourself, man.
There you go. Yeah.